Well, here we go again. Second wave of the round of 16 here on Women's Sunday at the Montreal Grand Prix. On the yellow piste, we have Martina Criscio of Italy up against Eliza Stone of the USA. On green, it's Olga Nikitina of Russia up against Qian Jiarui of China. On the red piste is Charlotte Lombach of France up against her teammate Manon Brunet. And we are going to feature the match on the blue piste. Sofia Pozdniakova, the world champion from 2018, perhaps a surprise for some, the world number 11, up against Sara Balzer of France, the French fencer vying for a place in the French team here, having a great day. I'm Karim Bashir, and it's Andrew Fischel who's bringing us his expert opinion on Sabre. A bit of a shake-up in this quarter, and much to do with Sara Balzer.
Yeah, she beat Bianca Pascu in the 64. Bianca Pascu's number 8 in the world and is fighting to confirm her spot for the Olympics. So that was a really big win for her. And she followed that up with a win over Alina Mikhailova, who was the junior world champion this year. So, and I think that win is really important for this bout, because a lot of the Russians have a really similar timing. And so if you can, especially like 2 tall ones, 2 short ones, so if you get into a good groove against a tall Russian, like, it kind of carries its weight into the next one.
Are you saying they're all one-dimensional?
No, definitely not.
we had a discussion about this off air, and Andrew said, "Oh, can I say this?" And I said, "Yes, you can say it. It's your opinion." And I understand your reticence about saying that if you can get into the groove, but it is a thing. It's not just the Russians. We see it with the Italians. So yesterday with the men's sabre, using patience on the long attack when they've, as you call it, stolen the right of way. They've pulled the right of way. They don't go racing in. They have a style offensive.
Yep. And the Russians are definitely not simple. They have a good game in the middle, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but the people who all train together have like a very similar tempo, style, rhythm, whatever you want to call it. And often when you can kind of figure out one of them, it's a good place to start for the next one. Whereas like the timing of the fakes and the decision-making in general go.
Well, in the last match that we called the end of the Martin Shah match, we were talking about chasing down a place potentially through individual qualification for the Hungarian team. They currently sit in the European spot for Tokyo 2020, but they're just a few points ahead of Ukraine. So it's all important for both Pushtai and Martin to get good results at individuals in case they don't qualify by team. Here, though, it's a slightly different story. You've got to expect that Pozdniakova is going to be on the team sheet for Russia, who not only are provisionally qualified, they're all but done and dusted going to be going to Tokyo as a team. So Pozdniakova, I think, is going to be on that list of names.
Probably.
Velikaya, Igorian, Pozdniakova is probably number 3. But Sara,
maybe Nikitina, depending on how her season goes.
But you've got to expect that she's either going to be number 3 or number 4, Pozdniakova.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas with Balzer, the French team have not decided who their number 4 is going to be. Manon Brunet, for sure, will be at the Olympic Games. Cecilia Berde, for sure, will be at the Olympic Games. Charlotte Lombach is a great team fencer. For sure, she will be at the Olympic Games. But we're talking about Kerali, Rifkis, Nucha, Balzer, and, hey, von Sagrade and Russo and Boudieff have done well here.
Yeah, they have.
But not as well.
Russo is actually not a French fencer.
Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Where's Russo from?
USA.
She?
I think because of the search parameters, FRA brings up Francesca.
There you go. That's why you're here.
Russo did do very well today.
She did do very well, but Boudieff and von Sagrade also did well. Where was Nucha?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing her.
Didn't make the 64.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these World Cups are crazy, man. Like, anything can happen in the back draw.
Well, I think that Sara Balzer not only is doing a great job in this particular match, but she's giving Jean-Philippe Durel, the French sabre coach, something to think about for that fourth spot in the French team.
Yeah, making a 16 is a very convincing argument for being put on the team. Ooh, gutsy touch.
Why gutsy?
Because that's such an all or nothing thing. When you step in and try to take the blade like that, when you step in and try to take the blade, you've decided one way or another, the touch is going to end, basically. I'm either going to get the blade and win the touch, or I'm going to not get the blade and lose the touch. And she stepped in, was very confident where the blade was going to be, and she got it.
Well, that attack goes through, and we see Pozdniakova go into the break with a slender 8-7 lead over Sara Balzer. They've already started the second period on the yellow piste as Eliza Stone leads Martina Crucio 8-3. We're going to close to the break on the green piste. Olga Nikitina, who Andrew mentioned as a potential for a spot on the Russian team, is leading 7-6 over Qian Jiarui of China. And Charlotte Lumbach is leading world number 3 teammate from France, Manon Brunet, 8-7 as they are in the second period. This one, I tell you what, Pozdniakova, despite her young years, has come back from behind and really has the momentum with her now.
Yeah.
Perhaps the break came at the wrong time for her.
Yeah, exactly. When like I was saying before, when you're running up a string of touches, you just want to keep going, and now there's a mandatory 1-minute stop time that she just has to get through, which is better for Balzer at this point.
So if we look at the sort of the dynamics of this particular match, whilst we say the momentum is with Pozdniakova, we have the break and everything resets. The athletes get to talk to their coaches. What do you see happening from both sides of the piste in the second period? Any massive changes?
I think both of them are playing the tactics game well in the center. I don't think either one of them needs to make, or I don't see any drastic, huge changes that either one of them could make, but we'll see what happens as we start the period. A little unlucky there. It's kind of annoying when like both of them make a cut and just one of them happens to hit the guard and one happens to hit the mask. Nice second zone takeover. Oh, so when she tried to take the blade, I think she whacked Pozdniakova on the ankle.
Looks like we may have a medic called here for that one. I don't see it being a termination of the fight for Pozdniakova, just a
No, hopefully not.
smart a little bit, that's for sure.
The magic spray, nothing the magic spray can't fix.
Magic spray, magic sponge, whatever you want to call it, it's going to come out, and Pozdniakova will be back, that's for sure. But 9 apiece here in this match. Whizzing around the field of play very quickly. Lombard continues to hold the lead over Manon Brunet, her teammate from France. She's 13-10 up. As I say that, it's 14-10 on the counter.
Wow, nice
Nikitina 9-6 up against Qian Jiarui of China. Make that 10. And it's 13-8 to Eliza Stone on the yellow piece. Magic sponge or magic spray has worked here on the blue piste as we resume hostilities for a place in the quarterfinals.
I like that, hostilities. See the way that Pozdniakova is changing the distance while she's making her actions? I like that. She didn't win the touch, but the way she's defending herself is good. It's giving Balzer something to think about with her footwork. A nice pull. Yes, I didn't like that so much with Balzer, just kind of backing up in a kind of a static way. Only changed the distance like a little bit once she got to the very end of the strip. And a nice extension there. Yeah, these two are both having a hard time gaining a tactical advantage over the other one.
I was about to say, it seems to be just, they almost seem to be cancelling each other out. They're going toe-to-toe and trading hits. Right of way goes over to Sara Balzer of France. The first attack from Pozdniakova did not land.
Whoa, that was interesting.
Okay, right, for me, that looked like attack all the way from Balzer. Why was that interesting?
I thought she had enough time to take over. I think that touch is something that needs to be a little more standardized between referees. Because it's not like the call was incorrect, but one referee might call it that way, one referee will call it, you know, repose from the right. It's just something that's not very consistent, and I thought it was interesting that she made that decision at 11-11 when we haven't seen an action like that before. So you're pretty much just putting your fate in the hands of the referee at that point.
Well, things evened up here, 12 apiece, and this has not really set the world on fire, this fight. They just seem to be cancelling each other out, and I think that's a measure of the nerves that these two are probably experiencing, and the fact that they've been given a massive opportunity to really stake a claim on their own teams, and nervy as a result of it. They continue to trade hits here, but now Balzer's got 2 in a row, and she's just 1 away from making the quarterfinals here in Montreal.
Good on Pozdniakova to pause the bout, compose herself a little bit. And she makes a 3rd long attack in a row.
Oh, what a brilliant counter-attack, though, to take the victory.
Yeah, that was really nice. I'm really surprised that given the fact that she lost 2 attack and preps in a row, she decided to do another long attack.
It's a 15-13 victory for the world number 78. She has made the quarterfinals. We're going to very quickly try and pick up the action on green. And here we are. Olga Nikitina is just 1 point ahead of Qian Jiarui of China.
Ooh, nice counterattack.
So Pozdniakova didn't quite make it through, but Nikitina, a rival for a place on the Russian team, is 1 away from making the quarterfinals. Pascal Cantan is going to go and have a look at the video, but Olga Nikitina seems convinced that was hers.
I'm not sure there was anything there. I think they both started at the same time. They both cut pretty much to a clothesline, like they just hit each other on the guard. But we'll see what he decides. Well,
Cantan has discussed things with his North American colleague, Bill Becker. And they have decided between them that the point goes to Olga Nikitina, and Nikitina is through. So the quarterfinals here in Orléans is ready to go. We will have Olga Karlan, the world number 1, up against the surprise package of the day, Sara Balzer of France. Xiao Yaqi of China will go up against Eliza Stone, world number 5, against world number 6 in the second quarterfinal. The third quarterfinal will see Yoon Jisoo of Korea, the world number 21, take on Olga Nikitina of Russia. And in the bottom half of the draw, the French quarter. Well, it's turned out to be a French quarter final as Cecilia Berder, the world number 10, takes on Chachu Lambach of France, the world number 16. Andrew Fischel, thank you very much for your time in the commentary box and your expert opinion.
Thank you very much. It was fun working with you.
That's Andrew Fischel, former US international, now coaching in Boston, who's given us his expert opinion.